All right, Michaela is singing, which means we are back in the lobby bar for the week of June the 12th, 2023. Brian and Michaela here with you. And Michaela, it is time to get into summer. We're into June. I've been out to the pool. I was out spending some time outdoors. It was nice seeing some sunshine, getting a little bit of a sunburn. But no summer is complete without having a really good cocktail. And word on the street is that you found something that is easy and delicious. So says you. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll let the listeners decide. So, what are you bringing to the lobby bar today, Michaela?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know what to call this. I found out about it a couple weeks ago. It is a beer cocktail, so a beer tail, maybe.
A
Is
beer
that
tail. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, beer tail. A friend of mine decided to fall in love with the beer Miller High Life.
Champagne of
Tyler,
beers.
you know who you are. It is the champagne of beers, apparently. I don't know enough about the beers. I thought it was a light beer. It's apparently not a light beer. So take that for what you will. But this calls for a bottle of Miller High Life, which is really inexpensive. And we're going to bougie it up a bit with half an ounce to an ounce, depending on how tart you like it, of Campari or Aperol, whichever one of those you got. And then a juice from half of a freshly squeezed lemon. Okay. You're going to
Okay.
put that, you're going to open your bottle. You're going to take a couple of sips out, and then you're going to put this stuff in the bottle, and it's going to turn it a really beautiful, like rosy pink color. And then you're going to taste it. And then you're going to thank me, because I was not a believer when I heard about this drink, and I've been hearing about it for a couple of weeks. And I went to a pool party. It was finally warm enough. The weather here in Charlotte's been really strange. I don't know what it's like anywhere else in the world, but it's been like the mildest spring. Like the water was too cold until like this weekend. And so
Mhm.
finally we were able to go to a pool party and actually sit in the water. And even then it was still a little too cold. But anyway, it was warm enough. It was hot outside. I was sweaty. I was ready for a really nice kind of refreshing drink. And this totally fit the bill. I did not expect it to. It's amazing. So I brought you one of these, Brian. I hope you enjoy it.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna give this a try and see what I think about it. It sounds really good because yeah, you have your Miller High Life. You could probably swap in any other kind of American lager, Budweiser or a Coors, like the Coors Banquet, any of those full-fledged American lagers. I would think that kind of that sweeter kind of like corn based malt bill that those American lagers are going to have is going to play off of that Campari, kind of with that bitterness. I think that this sounds pretty good. This sounds pretty refreshing and a good way to jazz up just your regular beer that you're probably going to be having, this time of year at a cookout or a pool party or something like this. A fun way to jazz it up and make it a little bit more interesting, I think. So good call with this one, Michaela. This sounds fun, and I'm excited to try it when I get back outdoors. Not at the movie theater, which is where we've been spending a lot of time. There has been a lot of new releases out. We've been to the movie theater several times. New release this week, of course, was the Transformers film. It opened on Friday with $34.4 million. So not a bad opening night for Transformers there. It's probably going to take the weekend. We're recording this a day early because we got some travel coming up this week. So we don't know how it fared in its first weekend. So Transformers basically has 1 week crack at this because next week, Michaela, we got a big one coming out. I think I don't know how good it's going to be. The reviews haven't been that great on it, but it'll be really interesting, I guess, to see how fans of this kind of franchise and DC universe think about it. After people have had an actual chance to see it. Some people are really excited, your husband being one of them, but The Flash is coming. Finally, after, I don't know, like 5 years of seeing the preview for this film, it's finally going to come out, and
Yeah,
we're going to get
yeah,
our
finally.
next look at what's the Flash's name, Barry something. But more importantly than the Flash in the Flash movie is that Batman is going to be in the Flash movie. What do you think about the Flash, Michaela?
I'm really excited to see both Bruce Waynes come back together.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you that haven't seen the preview, I'm not spoiling anything that's not in the preview. So yeah, sorry, not sorry. There's, I guess, both Batmans, because there's a kind of a multiverse happening, just like in Marvel. Only it's probably going to be better in Marvel. I'm sorry, not sorry. We'll see. Well, one thing about DC versus Marvel, and I was just talking about this on our Discord site. So for those of you who want to get in on that, go to our Discord site. But DC does a great job of doing television series. They tie a bunch of things together in a way that Marvel can't quite do, or hasn't quite been able to achieve, from my point of view anyway. But their movies kind of fall flat and fall short of that. So this is going to be another attempt to kind of do that. I'm super excited to see Michael Keaton reprise his role as the Batman. Which inspires me to add Batman to our list of movies upcoming. Spoiler warning, spoiler alert. We're going to be doing that sometime soon because he is just the coolest Batman ever.
He is. Yeah,
I mean, I really like Ben Affleck. I mean, Ben Affleck does a good job of being like real angry as Bruce Wayne. But Michael Keaton, he's just the original amazing. It's so great.
I mean, he's second best to the George Clooney Batman, but pretty good. Yeah, and we're going to be covering the 1989 Batman in a couple of weeks' time. This week coming up, we're going to be covering Hairspray, the musical, so that's going to be fun too. But I wanted to throw out another couple of little tidbits here about the movie since we are recording this a couple days early. Super Mario is up to $1.3 billion worldwide, which makes it 19th all time in the box office. Good job, Mario and Luigi there. And Michaela, in case you're not stressed out about the way that the year has been going so far, Variety.com, which is where I go to get most of my Oscar preview and pick'ems and what I should be watching, they've already put out their first list of 2024 Oscar contenders here. So we're already behind the 8 ball. The good news is that most of these have not come out yet. So I just wanted to run through here this list of best pictures, see if you have any thoughts on these or any that you're definitely looking forward to. So according to Variety.com, and I'll put the link to this down in the show notes, Anatomy of a Fall, Dune Part 2, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, May December, Oppenheimer, Saltburn, The Zone of Interest, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse are their current top 10 picks for potential Best Picture nominees. Have you heard of any of these, Michaela? Are you looking forward to any of these? What are your thoughts? Any thoughts other than you're overwhelmed now immediately?
I mean, you're looking at my face and I'm like starting to hyperventilate a little bit. I mean, I think I've heard of Oppenheimer because we definitely knew that we were going to cover that because that looks amazing from Universal. We knew Dune 2 was coming out and we know that that's going to look and feel amazing. Zendaya's in it. It's going to be awesome. Yep. My wishful boyfriend, Timothy Chalamet, is going to be in it. Oh, so great. Yeah, all these others, I have no idea what they are. And I'm starting to really worry that we're behind.
We've already seen one.
We have time. Okay.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. We just covered that last week. We saw that. Killers of the Flower Moon is like doing gangbusters. Everything I've seen about it, it has like a 9.8 user rating from people that have seen that. But I don't think that's even coming out until like October or something like that. So we have some time. But I thought it was interesting that this list was out already, and I'm already feeling overwhelmed by the amount of movies that we're going to have to watch. Come next February to get ready for the Oscars. But I thought that was fun. And what I like to do with these lists is I'll go ahead and I'll throw all of these into my watch list on Just Watch. Not a sponsor, could be, but get Just Watch because then you can do that. You can put that on your watch list and then you can tick them off. It gives you a little alert when they're available to stream or go watch or whatever. So that's a good way to keep track of these if you're so interested. So I don't know, check those out. Let us know what you think about the best pictures. Let us know what you think about Michaela's beer cocktail. Sounds pretty good. Sounds good on a hot day. So check that out. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you're making it out to see The Flash this week, and make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast because we're going to be talking about Hairspray, really fun musical. We're covering the 2007 version coming up later this week. So I don't know, Michaela, you gotta hit the road. You've got some baseball. You went from baseball hell to swimming hell to back to baseball hell coming up this week. So you're on the road again. So I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go into the lobby bar and see what The Flash is all about, I guess.
All right, meet you in the lobby.